Okay, here we go. Good morning, NUALA fans. NUALA here. It's a Tuesday. It's April 2nd, 2013. Not too much going on yet. I literally just rolled out of bed a little while ago. It's about 1:15 in the afternoon. I did make it out of bed just a skosh before noontime. So I did officially wake up this morning, but it was intentional. I needed the rest. I actually got to bed fairly late or early, however you prefer to look at it. I say late because for me it was a late time to be getting to bed. It was like 5 a.m. So some may consider that early. We're in this disaster of an office as usual, which hopefully I will be changing around quite a bit between the spring and the summer. It appears to be quite sunny out there and clear. Well, there's a couple of clouds, but they're pretty fluffy clouds. And temp's supposed to be warming up. I'm in Boston on Thursday with Rosie, and it's supposed to be around 60. Gotta love it. So I'm looking forward to that time. What else? Well, let's see. Therapy last night went well, for the most part, although I was deeply saddened that Maggie, the little therapy dog, passed away. I noted when Lisa came in, I'm expecting Maggie to come in the door too, and no Maggie, and then she must be in the office, and we get in the office and no Maggie, and so then we talked for a little bit about Maggie's passing, which is very sad. Maggie was just this adorable little therapy dog, a little a Westie Terrier, just a little bundle of joy, like all of us, like everything. It was her time. Yeah. I realize I'm not gorgeous this morning. Like I say, I ran a brush through the hair and spruced up a little bit, and that's about it. We got the comfy old sweater, and planning on going downstairs making, I don't know, a nice omelet or something, and some breakfast. I know I've got some stuff I have to use up. So, it's the thing about living by yourself is that you buy, things come in certain quantities. They come in certain quantities for families. Consequently, you end up, if you're single, you have more of something than you really want. But you hate to waste. I grew up with in a recession with parents who had come through the depression, and you didn't, you used stuff up. You're like, well, I really don't feel like eggs today, but if I wait until tomorrow, they might be bad. They're still good, so we'll have eggs this morning. And you really wanted pancakes, but pancakes you make them up from the flour. So they weren't, so I'm the same way. Like I might have a steak in the freezer that I really would like to have, but instead I'll have tuna salad because I made tuna salad and I have to use it up. It's a life lesson, I guess. One of the life lessons. One of those things. Eh. And as I mentioned, the date didn't go. Didn't fly the other day. But when I got home, he had left his phone number, so maybe we'll give him a call today and see what he says. Maybe he's up for a date later in the week. Another guy I talked to on one of the dating sites, and he really wants a date, but I don't know. I think he's looking for a meaningful overnight relationship, is what I think. And I don't need that. I'm looking for I'm not expecting someone to propose within a week. I'm just saying, I'm looking for something for the long term. Still trying to wake up. Sorry. So I don't know. It's yesterday had a sort of a weird vibe. Normally Lorelei drives me to therapy, and I take a cab home. Yesterday she was working, so I took a cab to therapy, but she got out of work, which is not far from where my therapist is, and picked me up. So that worked out. We get to chit chat a little bit, and the other person didn't show for the session before mine, so I got in there. Although by the time the cab got here, I didn't get there too early, but at least I got there, and to have enough time to talk. So we covered quite a bit. I talked about the nice Easter party that Lorelei, my oldest daughter, threw a nice Easter party, Polish traditional Easter, with all the foods. Smekuya, as we say. And made a new friend, which was awesome. When you when you find somebody new, like I have a very old friend who grew up in the same neighborhood. We've kind of caught up over the years, so our stuff is kind of coinciding. You know what I mean? We pretty much filled in what each remembered, so we're kind of on an even ground there. And this was totally new, and it was a woman who had lived in my neighborhood, grew up in the same neighborhood, knew my cousins and everything, but she was 10 years older. So she was well grounded, because a lot of times people I know who grew up younger, like my brother's 4 years younger. So even that 4 years, he's like, no, I don't remember that, I don't remember that, I don't remember that. Because I was a little older, I was remembering that. But I have a really good memory, and I know a lot of history and what my parents told me and stuff. Excuse me. So, 99% of what she had to say was, yeah, I remember that. But she remembered a lot of stuff. And so it was new ground for both of us. Do you remember this? Do you remember that? So it made it sort of very interesting discussion. And she was a very nice person. A little bit old-fashioned. She's 70, and I say that like I'm talking about someone who's old, right? And I'm 60. I should be talking, right? Like I'm talking about an old person, Like, well, she's like, right? She's only 10 years older than me. But it was nice talking and so forth. We had a good rapport. But I talk to people anyway. I am just like a people person. So usually within like 5 seconds, people are like right at home with me. I guess I give off an aura or something of, you can relax and be comfortable around me. I don't judge. Well, if you told me you had committed mass genocide or something, I mean, yeah, I'd be a little put off, but, uh, like on a mega scale. But I'm saying, like, the general run of the mill, people are like, oh, I used to steal candy bars when I was a kid. I'm not worthy. Be like, give it a break. Or people would say, I lived on the streets and I'm ashamed. I said, don't be ashamed of that. You know, there's no shame in, finding yourself in a situation. You know, I won't go into details, but let's just say I've seen, well, I've never seen life from the really fantastic side, with the marble swimming pools and shit. But I've lived well, and I've lived, you know, through rough times. So I don't judge a lot of things because people are like, oh, well, you can always do this. It's like, well, you can't always do that, and sometimes you find yourself in this situation, and it's maybe only temporary, but it is what it is, and I wouldn't judge anyone for it. Um, I'm kind of excited. I am pretty much resigned to probably not moving anywhere until September. Thusly, I should be here for the growing season. In which case, I'm planning on some little window box herbs and um, some patio tomatoes and things. I'm thinking of putting them on the balcony instead of the deck, simply because they'd be, and I have three chairs, three little well, they're metal and plastic. They're like the white deck chairs. I've got to clean those and move them back up to the balcony. They painted a year or so ago, and they took all the stuff and put it out in the yard, and then they just painted and left, never put anything back. And the chairs were up on the balcony, and now I gotta go lug the damn things back up or hand them up. Maybe I can have like Lorelei or Rosie hand them up to me. But I want to put them back on the balcony so I can sit out there and maybe bring a little table, bring the netbook here out on the balcony, and blog outside, get some fresh air, bring in a cold beer or a nice tall iced tea or something, and sit out on the balcony in the sunshine and enjoy it. I have about 5 minutes left in this video. I don't think I've said shit. Well, I just did, I guess. Um, just babbling as usual. I really got to do one. Maybe tonight I'll do the serious. What do you call it? The purpose of the videos. Purpose of the videos I'm supposed to be doing on here. The first couple were just test videos. I'm supposed to be doing like basically like question and answer or trans 101 or relationship issues or like important stuff, and I mostly like just yak like I used to do in the YouTube ones, but those were more for like just the little circle of friends, the inner circle, I guess, the people I actually know and actually see more than once a year. You know, I have a lot of friends on the friends list, not as many as some. I mean, it's probably under 200 friends. But of those, I mean, there's probably a dozen people that I see, several times a year. And talk to like nearly every day about things, that and as close friends. And then I have a circle of friends that are people that I might see at a party for a lot of like the big circle of my kids' friends or something like that once a year or twice a year. Like I might see them at the St. Pat's, I might see them at the Halloween party. I'll probably see some that I haven't seen in like 2 years. And then I have other friends on there that are people I've never even met at all, who just know me from some of the groups I'm in, like the Sisterhood, or Vox Clementi, Sin Deserto, or NUALA00013 Kitchen, or the LGBT media creators, the trans media creators, gender essences, Ask NUALA, Progressively Yours, different groups that I run or I'm in, and that. I'm thinking of paring down on Facebook because I started working on my books and things, and Facebook takes a lot of time, and I have so many likes that it scrolls too quickly, so I'm thinking of really scouring through the likes and eliminating a lot of them that aren't really anything I interact with on a daily basis, and paring it down to just the stuff I really do follow. Like most of the cooking groups or cooking pages I'm attached to, because I share recipes in NUALA000's Kitchen. And a lot of the crazy auto, like hot rod, antique auto, and things I'm in, because I share with a lot of automotive antique machinery enthusiasts and everything. Anyway, we're up to almost 20 minutes, so we're going to say ciao for now, baby, and we shall see you next video. This, I believe, is video 13. Should we call it 14? Like they do in the hotels, right? No, 13 isn't an unlucky number. Maybe it's a lucky number. Maybe somebody will see it and find and say, wow, and I'll be lucky. Get lucky. Who knows? Uh, so you'll say, wow, I want to get to know her better. Um, right. Okay, 20 minutes. Toodles. Ciao for now. And talk to you soon. And right.